Amid growing calls for a leadership change within the Labour Party, the UK Prime Minister has found himself in the middle of a fresh storm. Yet another one. It puts his premiership at an unprecedented risk, by the way. But the Labour leader remains defiant in his position and says he has not lost authority in his role. Listen in.
Incredible prevailing winds in the 2 years we've been in government in terms of the international volatility and the impact on our economy. Notwithstanding that, we've had two very significant increases in defence spend, and we've just rehearsed that. Secondly, we've stabilised the economy. And I would just gently say this, that whoever is Prime Minister is going to face the same prevailing winds as I am facing. None of that is going to change.
And the comments, by the way, come shortly after several leaders have quit their portfolios. Both defence and armed forces ministers have quit over differences on military spending, piling pressure on Starmer to step down. The defence secretary resigned, remember, after he alleged that Starmer's defence investment plan risked making Britain less safe. His two parliamentary aides also resigned in protest. And hours later, the armed forces minister resigned after accusing Starmer of failing to adequately support military personnel and invest in defence. The string of resignations weakened Starmer's authority at a rather precarious point. The Makerfield by-election is just a week away, which is likely to see the return of Andy Burnham to Parliament. Burnham, who is currently the mayor of Greater Manchester, is seen as the strongest candidate to replace Starmer. So it's extremely significant. And amid the volley of criticism, Starmer has named the Security Minister, Dan Jarvis, as Healey's replacement. Starmer also replied to Healey in a letter, saying that his government has delivered the largest sustained increase in defence spending since the Cold War and is committed to keeping Britain secure. The Labour Party stormed to power in 2024, remember, winning a landslide election centred on fixing Britain's economy and illegal immigration. But since then, a host of issues, including rising costs of living, controversial tax increases, and anger over illegal immigration, have fueled calls within the Labour Party to replace Starmer. The Labour leader has so far resisted pressure to step down. But with the exit of two top ministers, it remains to be seen if and for how long Starmer can actually continue to stay in power.